and Mantis here. Today we are playing the much anticipated game, Return to Monkey Island. Ever since Ron Gilbert, the creator of the first two Monkey Island games, made the announcement that he was creating a new Monkey Island game back in April, the whole community was driven into much hype, and here we are, about to play and back into the world of pirates and LeChuck. On a side note, I do apologize if I sound a little stuffy in today's recording, and it's because I do feel a little under the weather today, and also this current recording that I'm taking right now is actually the second recording, as the first one that I originally did, the sound just came out very awfully. So I have seen a little bit of the game, and so this is gonna be a little bit of like a second first hour playthrough. Anyway, back on topic. Now, if you're already a fan of the series, you already know that we'll be expecting some awesome in-game jokes and point-and-click puzzles. However, if you are new to the series and have not played any of the Monkey Island games before, you'll still be in for a treat. The developers at Toybox have made absolutely sure that the game will be enjoyed by both new and seasoned players. If you're interested in getting Return to Monkey Island, it is now available on both Steam and the Nintendo Switch. I'll put details and links in the description box for you to check out. And here's just a quick recap. The story of Return to Monkey Island picks up from where we've left off in Monkey Island 2, LeChuck's Revenge. If you're interested in how that story ended, I've made a full Let's Play on this channel, and I will link that playlist up in the description box as well. And finally, so as not to give too many spoilers, as this is more of a first impressions video to get the feel of the game, I try to keep the gameplay to about an hour maximum. Anyway, so without further ado, let us start playing. So we can choose between casual mode, where we've got more casual puzzles for the busy on-the-go player, and hard mode, where we have more puzzles and harder puzzles. So we're going to go with hard mode because that's just the way we do things over here.
LeChuck! Guybrush, come over here. Gently now. Remove my mask.
Will you promise to stop picking on me?
Alright, I promise. Anything. Just put my leg back on.
Hey, you kids. You're not supposed to be in here.
What's next?
Let's goof on those two. Pretend they're our parents.
Yeah! Sorry we ran off. You were probably worried about murderers and ne'er-do-wells.
Don't worry, I found him.
Come on, let's go.
Let's pretend I have powers that make lightning come out of my eyes. It's so lifelike.
I wonder if it's real. Sorry, boys, could you stop following us? It's creepy.
Yes, sir.
Come on. I saw a Survydog shack back there.
Survydogs. I've never had one of those.
No way. You have to try one. It's the best thing you'll ever eat in your life. No fooling.
Wow.
Alright, looks like the game has started, and let us poke around a little bit. So, what we'll do is that we'll click on everything.
Let's not go back there again. We'll just get yelled at.
Yeah, let's get Survydogs instead. I'm hungry.
Let's check out the barrel. Yay, this rat and a bunch of cockroaches just laying about. Let's read the signs.
Exhibit removed. Aww.
And we do have a to-do list where it tells us to buy Survydogs. And we're gonna do just that in a moment.
It's locked. Maybe one of the shops has a key.
Let's tie up Chucky if we
Hey,
can.
Chucky, stand over here for a minute.
Nah, I want to get Survydogs.
Fair enough. Alright, let's head this way.
The words don't look like words, but there's a picture of a scurvy dog. I wonder if this is drinking water. Sounds real. Wakey, wakey, Mr. Pirate. Hello? Boo!
Ha! He's dead to the world.
Let's mess about a little bit.
Hey, Chucky, get ready to run. I guess they don't like visitors.
Let's go next door and get Survydogs.
Alright, let's do exactly that. And we are here at the Survydog shop. And we've got a key on a pig leg.
They put it on a leg to keep you from walking off with it.
Some places you go have Survydogs with cheese inside.
Looks like they need a swabby in here. I'll never be the ship's swabby. That is really, really low. What should we do next?
We gotta get to Survydogs. I can't believe you never had one.
How much is a mug of grog?
Grog's for grown-ups. Beat it.
This is a pirate game after all. We do actually want to
I
have
haven't
grog.
had the hiccups for 4 days straight.
Can we get a mug of grog, please?
I told you, grog's only for grown-ups. Stop wasting my time.
How much are those chicken foot fries?
Chicken foot fries are 2 pieces of 8.
Let's go for this.
Those glasses are thicker than the layer of grease on the floor.
You kids better have money.
Yeah, we've got all kinds of money.
Let's ask around.
Can we get a couple of scurvy dogs?
Sure. If you give me a piece of 8, that's money that grown-ups use.
I know what a piece of 8 is.
Good for you. You can have a couple of dogs if you give me one.
Let's go with please.
Please? Can't you spare something for a couple of hungry kids?
Listen up, you little moocher. Let me tell you something. I don't like kids. I'm an honest businessman trying to make an honest living. I don't need 50 kids a day coming in and wasting my time trying to get me to give them free food.
I guess not.
I guess never mind.
Hey, I know. Let's look for change in the outhouse across the way. Coins fall out of people's pockets when they sit down in there.
That is actually a very good idea. So we're gonna have to find a coin and find the outhouse key. Now this is the only key that we've got. So we're gonna snag the key.
I'll bring this right back, sir.
You'd be wise to do that. I got the leg from the last kid who didn't bring back the key.
Alright, let's head off. And let's head over to the outhouse.
It's locked. Good thing I've got the key in my pocket.
Did you know you can keep a Survydog warm?
It's locked.
Oh wait,
Good thing I've got the key in my pocket.
Did I not to grab the key?
It unlocks the outhouse.
Okay.
Good, you unlocked it.
Alright, let's head inside the outhouse. Oh, this is pretty gross.
Ugh, what is this stuff? Smells the same as the toilet. Gross.
Let's look for coins.
Chucky, why don't you look in the toilet?
No way, you do it.
Okay. Ugh,
That was pretty gross indeed.
I am not doing that again. Gross.
In France, they call a Survydog a chien scorbut.
Obviously, that was a reference to Pulp Fiction.
Where should we look?
All over. Do you see any coins?
We do see this metal thing now, so let's take a look.
It isn't a piece of 8, but it's a round piece of metal about the same size and shape as a piece of 8.
That's called a slug. It's like a fake coin. I can stand on my head without using my hands.
I thought it was a piece of 8 at first. It looks just like a piece of 8.
Let's actually peel the slug off the floor.
A fake coin is almost as good as a real coin.
Alright, and I think that's all that we have over here. Let's go back outside. So one of the things that I'm actually liking about this Prelude, about this game so far, is the fact that you can actually have these pop-ups
2 Survydogs at the same time.
that show up, because one of the things that make adventure games notoriously hard is how some things are just not as obvious, which makes puzzle solving a lot more difficult than, at least in its current state. Alright, so now that we have our coin, let's make fun of his glasses again.
Those glasses are thicker than the layer of grease on the floor.
I don't see very well, but I can hear just fine.
That's great, so you will take our piece of 8.
What can we get with this?
Tastes like a piece of 8. Enough for a couple of scurvy dogs if you want.
Perfect!
Take 'em, boy.
Awesome.
What are you getting?
What?
Just kidding. Here's yours. I'm having these for breakfast, lunch, and dinner forever.
I hope not, Guybrush.
I don't know. What do you want to do?
Alright, so there is nothing else to do right here. Actually, let's take a look at the to-do list. So we're gonna have to mess around and explore and find our real parents. So let's head out this way, since this is the only way that we can actually go at this moment.
That's my friend Dee. Hey, Dee.
Hey, Chucky, what are you jerk faces up to?
We just got here.
I'm making a list of stuff to do.
Give me that. I'm an expert planner. There. Perfect. See you around the park, shitheads.
Alright, so we have an updated to-do list, which involves checking out the anchor, beating Chucky in a race, feeding a duck, adding some sauce to the scurvy dog, practice sword fighting, finding a 4-leaf clover, and making a wish at the wishing well. So now that we've got an anchor, let's talk to Dee about the anchor.
That's a cool anchor.
That just shows how little you know about anchors. This one's not a very good example. You'd know that if you read as much about anchors as I have. Did you know that anchors originally weren't designed to hold ships in place? They were used in combat, shot from cannons as a grapple when you were trying to board another ship. They started making them bigger and bigger because they would do more damage that way. Then, people noticed what happened when you missed the other ship and hit the sea bottom instead. The current bow-shaped design is actually less effective than the sharper V-shaped design that was popular last century. But the older design went out of fashion after sailors started to think the letter V was bad luck. You can still find the old kind around sometimes, but collectors have grabbed most of them. On a modern anchor, if you look close, you can tell that one side is a little larger than the other. That's to prevent what's called plummeting, where the anchor goes down too evenly and then it doesn't catch well on the bottom. The little flanges at the tips are at different angles to make it twist on the way down for the same reason. Most anchors these days are made of iron, and you have to recast them like twice a year because they rust. About 30 years ago, somebody thought of a way to get around that by making them out of wood instead. All kinds of people invested a lot of money in these wooden anchor companies. But the only way they could keep them from floating was to attach another anchor. And so they gave up and went back to the old way. The word anchor comes from the Sanskrit word nagara, meaning city. They're called that because when you stop in the middle of the ocean, it's like you've made port at an invisible city. Yeah, I'm kind of an expert on anchors. I read a lot.
Oh, I love how little Guybrush just fell asleep. Okay, so if we missed anything, we can press the comma, and we can go with the different lines that we've read previously, that has been spoken previously in the dialogue. Okay,
I have an extra tooth in the back. I can feel it with my tongue.
let's head over this way. Looks like we can challenge Chucky to a race over here, so let's do just that.
Hey, Chucky, wanna race?
You're on.
I'll officiate. 3, 2, 1, go!
Uh-oh.
Chucky wins! wins!
So I actually have to click on.
Woohoo!
I actually have to click on to the
Next time for sure.
finishing
You up
line.
for another race?
You're on.
I'll officiate.
All right, let's do just that.
Hey, cheater!
You have to wait until I say go.
Okay.
You up for another race?
You're on.
I'll officiate. 3, 2, 1, go!
Let's go! Yay!
I win!
And Chucky just runs into a tree. All right. Let's take a little look at the list. All right, so we have to feed ducks and add sauce. Okay. Here are our fake parents. Let's talk to the couple.
Excuse me.
Yes?
Could we have some of your bread to feed the duck?
I don't think so. We brought it for ourselves.
They are so mean.
Hey, hands off!
Did you know your feet won't smell if you don't wash them?
Excuse me.
Yes?
Will you pretend to be our parents again?
What do you mean, again?
Run along and find your real parents.
Let's just wonder what's in the basket.
I wonder what's in that basket.
Let's find out.
What do you think you're doing? Kids these days have no regard for personal property.
And no respect for your elders.
I have half a mind to give you a piece of my mind.
And I've got the other half.
Blah, blah, blah. Blah, 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 blah.
Blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah, blah.
So
Blah,
just gonna keep talking.
blah, blah. Blah, blah.
Gotta run.
There we go.
How rude.
There we go. We actually nicked some bread away from these guys. All right, let's practice some sword fighting over here while we're at it.
Let's be frank. You can never hope to beat me.
No way! You'll never catch up to my level.
I win.
That's
Nuh-uh.
You guys are both pretty weak.
Well, anyway, that was fun.
That was a little bit of insult sword fighting.
At home,
Let's
I've got
try-
a collection of old Survydog sticks that fills a whole shoebox.
Do you want a sword fight with me?
I've seen you fight. Come back in a few years, maybe.
Oh, dear, Mr. Little Miss Know-It-All. All right. So we can go to the pond and actually feed the duck.
Give it some of your bread.
We're gonna do just that.
I stole it from that couple.
Yes, we did indeed. Awesome. I wonder what this is.
What's this red glob on the ground?
That's ketchup. It's supposed to be really good with Survydogs.
Let's pick it up.
You should put that on your scurvy dog.
Let's do just that.
It smells bad.
Oh dear, little guy brush. Let's take a bite. Oh, that looks pretty gross.
Yuck! I don't think that was ketchup.
Whoops.
Well, what I like about the Prelude so far is that it teaches you about a little bit of like the game mechanics.
Do not pick the four-leaf clovers. As if! Let's look for a four-leaf clover.
Okay.
Good luck with that.
Okay, we're gonna do just that. And we found one that's just sneakily hiding over here.
I found one!
Awesome.
There was still one left. Darn.
Okay.
At home, I've got a collection of old Survydog sticks that fills a whole shoebox.
Let's pick up the coin over here.
I should throw my coin in and make a wish.
Let's do just that.
Maybe I should throw this down the wishing well.
Let's take a look at this four-leaf clover while we're at it.
I never thought I'd ever find one.
Okay. Let's go with Chucky had a mustache.
I wish Chucky had a mustache.
Ah! Whoa!
And let's take another look at our to-do list, and looks like we have completed everything, so now let us find our real parents. Let's head this way. And here we go.
Hey, Dad.
Hello, Mr. Threepwood.
Hey, kids. Having fun?
Yeah.
We got Survydogs!
Those have toenails and stuff in them. Ugh, I read about it.
And we were playing your adventures. We just did Big Whoop.
Big whoop. Oh, boy. That takes me back.
I like it when Chucky asked me to put his leg back on. He says it really funny.
You guys always make up the craziest stuff for the ending of that story.
It's fun.
But you can't just change it around. That's not how storytelling works.
A lot of your stories don't feel like they're finished at the end.
What do you mean?
Well, like, there's this one that you call The Secret of Monkey Island, where you went to Monkey Island and fought LeChuck.
Oh, that story has a great ending. There's punching and fireworks. I thought you liked that one.
But you never did find the secret. Not the real one.
Sure, but that's not what that story was about. Kids, let me tell you a story that is about finding the secret of Monkey Island.
Is this a long story?
I think maybe I gotta go use the bathroom or something.
Yeah, I have to go walk my tarantula.
Maybe I should go with them.
No, stick around. This is a good one. See, there was a rumor going around that my old nemesis, LeChuck, had somehow discovered the exact location of the secret of Monkey Island. I knew I had to get it before he did, so I went to Melee to get my own expedition started and beat him to the punch. Feels good to be back on Melee Island, the hub of pirating in the Caribbean, where every good expedition begins. I'll see some old pals and get things rolling. Or sailing in this case. Hi, I'm Guybrush Threepwood. Remember me?
Haven't seen you in a while, Threepwood. What have you been up to?
Well, you know, freebooting mostly, swashing buckles and so on. But now I'm getting an expedition together to find the secret of Monkey Island.
Oh, you're sailing with LeChuck.
What? LeChuck's here in Melee? Is there widespread panic? Are people evacuating?
He doesn't seem interested in carnage at the moment. Ship's just here taking on supplies and crew, as far as I can tell.
Well, anyway, no, I'm not sailing with LeChuck. You know my history with him.
Okay, so we've just seen the opening sequence, and that was exactly how the game started back with Secret of Monkey Island, with the image of Melee Island in the distance. And this is also the very spot where we first meet Guybrush Threepwood, where he would appear to the lookout and say, I'm Guybrush Threepwood and I want to be a pirate. Anyway, so this is a little bit of a different take to the story. We are gonna see a little bit of change in Guybrush. He's now a little bit more piratey than he used to be, of course, and he is also learning some new things as we come along. Alright, so let's just go with all these dialogue options.
LeChuck kidnapped my wife. He's always had designs on her. I sailed to Monkey Island to find them and get her back.
Oh, I thought you weren't married yet when that happened. And didn't she more or less rescue herself?
That's not the point. He's an evil zombie ghost pirate, terror of the seas, and sometimes the land. A nefarious, conniving, murdering scallywag. A depraved, ruthless villain. And a loud talker. And I'm not those things.
They say opposites attract, but what do I know?
We've been enemies for my whole career. Everywhere I go, there he is. He plagues me. He's my nemesis.
Funny. He said the same thing about you.
That guy steals all my best ideas.
Are you sure it isn't the other way around? Seems like he was here first.
I don't know how he found out, but I'm sure he's just doing this to get one up on me. I'm mounting my own voyage. Mine.
Well, you'd better get cracking then. LeChuck's loading up on the outer dock as we speak.
Well, I'm gonna hire a ship and a crew and beat him to the punch. Just as soon as I can get someone to back the venture. I'm a little short on funds at the moment.
In that case, you'll want to go talk to the pirate leaders at the Scum Bar.
Exactly. That's why I came to Melee. It'll be great to see those old guys again. We'll knock back a grog and hash out the details.
Scum Bar, by the docks. Long table in the back.
I know where I'm going.
We'll see.
Alright, let's take a look at what we've got in an inventory, and this is a slightly different, because this is Guybrush's inventory. Let's take a look at the to-do list. So we're gonna need to talk to the pirate leaders to get money and get some cash to outfit the expedition. And also, let's take a look at the coin purse, see what we've got.
Got a few coins for incidentals.
And my state-of-the-art pen.
The pen is mightier than the sword.
And this one is if this horse armor is actually not essential to the story, but it's nice to have, especially if you have actually pre-ordered the game before it was released. So let's take a look at what he says about the trusty horse armor.
This has gotten me out of a lot of scrapes over the years.
Alright, so let's head off.
I detect a certain resemblance here.
Yes, it looks a lot like an owl, doesn't it? Shouldn't you be on your way to the Scum Bar to talk to the pirate leaders?
I was just about to head down there.
Alright, let's do just that. There's nothing else that we can click on. Oh! Let's warm our hands at the bonfire. Actually stare into the bonfire.
I could stare at this forever, but that wouldn't be much fun for you.
Well, that is true, though. Alright, let's head down to the docks and see what the scenario is like. Over here, I've got a pelican. Oh, let's take a look at this poster here.
Re-elect Governor Carla. She's tough on toughness.
If you remember, previously the governor has always been Elaine Marley, and now the new governor is actually Carla, who is actually the swordsmaster throughout the Monkey Island series. Let's take a look at
I better get cracking if I want to get to the secret before that scheming blackguard.
Alright, let's talk to the pirate leaders first at the Scum Bar. Let's have a chat with the pirates first.
I'm here to talk to the pirate leaders about a new expedition.
In the back.
Alright.
It's a book for storing collectible trivia cards. Looks like someone just left it here unattended.
Let's just take it. And we have previously answered this question. The back of the Scum Bar is the kitchen, which is true. You've actually played this game previously. Okay. Anyway, let's go to the back where the pirate leaders are.
I really need to talk with the pirate leaders first. Nice and hot. Wonder how long I could stand here before bursting into flames.
Alright, let's talk to these people.
Have you seen the pirate leaders around? This is their table. In fact, you'd probably better move. You don't want to get caught sitting here.
It's our table, Rummy.
We're the pirate leaders. Get lost.
I hadn't heard there was a change of leadership.
Oh no. Did nobody remember to notify you?
Maybe your party invite got lost in the mail.
Where are the 3 older guys who used to hold court here?
Who cares?
Probably crying in an alley somewhere, wishing they were still relevant.
Making up trials for each other and writing memoirs that no one will read.
Is it you I should talk to about financing an expedition?
An expedition? Who is it that you think you are exactly?
Well, let's go with Guybrush Threepwood.
I'm Guybrush Threepwood. Probably you've heard of me.
Probably not.
Permission to slaughter the annoying old wastrel man, Captain Madison.
Wait, there was Captain Madison? She's like famous! I've got her on a trading card. Her plunder stats are amazing!
Plunder stats aren't everything.
Then the others were Captain Lila and Captain Trent. It was Lila who threatened to kill you?
Look, they weren't that great, okay? Listen to the story.
Want me to slaughter him?
Don't bother. He's just a harmless hack who thinks he has a good idea for a pirate raid.
Exactly. It's a raid.
Fine. Well, don't keep us in suspense. What's the target?
I'm going to find the secret of Monkey Island.
You're wasting our time.
The secret? I didn't think that was even a real thing.
Let's go with modern cultural value.
It's a prize of incredible cultural value.
Culture? You mean like a cheese or something?
Okay, I'm sensing some reluctance, but hear me out. Would you at least consider advancing me some funds? It's a surefire investment. Triple your money or your money back.
Not interested.
I could make it worth your while to help me hire a crew. A percentage of their earnings or something?
No one in here wants to chase your pipe dream.
Could you at least point me towards an available ship?
You don't even have a ship?
You're really up a creek.
Up a creek without a ship.
If you don't take this opportunity, LeChuck will grab it.
LeChuck?
Yes, the dreaded zombie ghost pirate LeChuck himself is also going after the secret. He's here in Melee getting ready right now. If that doesn't prove it's a worthwhile venture, I don't know what else to tell you.
Great. Problem solved.
Excellent. You'll do it.
No, of course not. Why waste money on an expedition when you can just join the one that's already going?
Have fun with your scary ghost friend. Bye-bye.
Well, the slight problem with that idea is that LeChuck and I are basically mortal enemies. Fine. I don't need you or your money. I can do this on my own. If I can't buy a ship, I'll steal one. I'm a pirate. I'll find a way to get to Monkey Island no matter what it takes. I like the old pirate leaders better.
Oh, so do I, Guybrush. Alright, let's take a look at our updated to-do list, and we're gonna get or find a ship. So it looks like we're gonna have to steal a ship somehow. And if you have remembered, if you played the first Monkey Island, the long table at the back used to be frequented by a bunch of elderly pirates who sent us on some trials to prove that we are... for Guybrush to prove that he is worthy of becoming a pirate. Alright, let's head over to Low Street and see what's over here. Oh.
Elaine?
Guybrush!
Wait, are you going to tell a mushy part now?
A little, but I can skip over the hugs and kisses. Elaine!
Guybrush!
Alright, let's go with the first one.
I was hoping you'd turn up in this story.
I was hoping you'd turn up in mine.
How's your scurvy prevention project?
It's great! We're going to get a lot of limes to a lot of sailors and save a lot of lives. I've got to come up with a way to deal with Captain Madison, though. The pressure she's putting on the town is making it hard for social programs like mine.
Sounds like we both met Captain Madison.
I don't like her. She's the one who pushed to shut down the shipyard.
She doesn't understand the value of the secret of Monkey Island.
She laughed at me.
Me too.
Obviously, the woman has no taste and a lousy sense of humor.
You wouldn't happen to have a ship with you?
No, silly. I came on a charter. Just like you.
Yeah, I figured that, but it never hurts to ask. I'm finding it harder than I thought to get hold of a ship and a crew for my expedition.
Why don't you ask around at the docks? I'm sure you can find something.
Thanks. I'll try that. I feel better just talking to you.
Me too.
I have to get going.
Oh, so do I. Lots to do. Bye.
Bye.
Alright. Let's take a look at the flyers that Elaine's
It's
put
Elaine's
up.
flyer about how limes combat scurvy. It's important, but boring. I've never once made it all the way to the end. Elaine would kill me if she caught me pulling down her flyers.
Let's criticize the statue of Carla.
The problem with this statue is it's not a statue of Elaine, the best ever governor of Melee. Honoring Melee Island's 27th governor, Carla the Swordmaster, for her heroic actions at Port Elizabeth.
Alright, let's go to the International House of Mojo where the Voodoo Lady is.
Well, the voodoo here must be authentic, culturally, and historically accurate. The sign says so. They're having a half-off sale.
Alright, let's enter the Voodoo Lady's place, also known as the International House of Mojo.
Ah, the International House of Mojo. This place hasn't changed in years.
Welcome, Guybrush Threepwood.
Nice to see you again.
I have been waiting for you.
You mean...
Fate ordained that you would be here several minutes ago. Only you can manage to be late, even when you are fated to arrive.
It's a gift.
Allow me to seek knowledge on your behalf.
Will it cost me anything?
Pride, free will. Not much. The way to the secret is like a serpent which swallows itself. Many obstacles lie ahead.
Serpent, obstacles, got it.
You must walk the path. Yet you have already walked the path.
And now I'm going back again.
When you are unsure of the way forward, open this book for guidance on what is to come.
It can tell me my future?
In a way. Think of it as a book of hints.
What is it really?
A book of hints. Use it wisely. To know too much diminishes the voyage.
Neat. Thanks.
No charge. Now you must go. I have a luncheon, and your destiny lies at the docks.
It does?
Most assuredly.
Alright, and we have a new mechanic in the game called the Book of Hints. So so what happens is that if you are stuck on something, this is actually a luxury compared to the point-and-click adventure games we used to play, because we never actually had as many hints. And at least over here we have a clue, for example, how do we get a ship and crew, so we're gonna have to talk to people around town to see if they can help. That's pretty much obvious. But, okay, while we're at it, let's continue walking around town. And we see Wally's place.
The sign says, at Chamber of Commerce Midnight Luncheon. Back shortly.
Okay, let's head over to High Street. And this used to be the general store.
The note says, forced to close. Thanks for the memories, but cash would have been better.
Let's talk to the old lady over here.
Hi.
Everybody thinks they know more than the other.
Okay.
Oh, there's that. That takes us to Low Street, and if you explore the alley over here, it looks exactly the same as it used to, except there's a slight change in the clown poster about a circus. Okay, let's head back to High Street. And let's take a look at this church building, and it looks very run down compared to the last time we saw it.
Aww, this is where I risked my neck for Elaine, and she showed me she only needed me to risk my heart. Also, the windows need some work.
Let's visit the jail.
A visitor! Wait. Guybrush Threepwood?
Otis!
Howdy, kid.
And Stan. Otis, old pal. You haven't changed much since I last saw you.
I blame the government.
In fact, didn't we first meet right here?
Not at all. I was in the other cell that time. You look different somehow. New art style?
How nice of you to notice. Big news. I'm going after the secret of Monkey Island.
That sounds fantastic. You know what I remember most about Monkey Island? The time you busted me out of jail right before we went there. I don't cruise ships anymore. But maybe you can still help me out. Like you did all those years ago.
Possibly, though it was kind of tricky last time, and I didn't get much out of it in the end.
I would be most appreciative. A locksmith has opened very conveniently across the way. I am told locksmiths can make keys for things. Things like cell doors.
Imagine that. What did they get you for this time?
I'm a victim of circumstance. Circumstance being that too much attention gets paid to little things that don't hurt anyone, while hard killers roam the streets with pistols and swords.
I notice you didn't say what crime they locked you up for.
It was nothing. I was just picking some flowers.
In the forest?
No, that's illegal. I learned my lesson. I picked them from the governor's garden instead.
Well, so in the first Monkey Island game, he was arrested and thrown into jail for picking flowers from the forest, and now even picking flowers from the governor's garden is also just as illegal.
Picking flowers from the governor's garden sounds like an unwise choice.
We used to be friends. Sort of. Anyway, they aren't even her flowers. Taxes pay for them. It's public property. I don't know why anyone bothers me about it. I don't hurt anybody.
We'll accept the flowers.
They're annuals. They're doomed anyway. Guybrush, you gotta get me out of here. It's custard night. I don't think I can take that again.
I'll make it my number 3 priority.
Thanks.
Let's take a look at the lock.
Watch it.
I think there's some writing on it, but it's too tiny to read.
Okay, let's take a look at the important information here.
It says jail rules. 1. No escaping.
And let's have a talk to Stan as well.
How's your day going?
Hey, Stan.
Hello there, son.
I was really hoping to buy a ship from you.
Well, now, normally, I would do absolutely anything to get you into a comfortable ride right away. But my hands are tied. They're shackled. I can't do it. Not at any price. I'm completely out of inventory. Every ship on the lot was seized by unscrupulous lawyers who don't care about your sailing needs the way I do.
Oh, that's terrible.
Believe me, I feel worse about it than you do.
Could I get a ship from you after you're out of jail?
Don't count on it, son. I expect to be released any time, but I haven't even got anything on back order. It pains me to lose a sail, but if you need to get off this island, you're gonna have to find another way.
And as this is Stan, the used items salesman, he has definitely driven his competitors away.
Could you refer me to a competitor?
Stab me in the heart. You'd go to a competitor? Where's your loyalty, son?
Well, seeing as you're in jail and have no ships and can't help me, I thought...
It doesn't matter anyway. There's no competition. I drove them all out of business long ago. Nobody can play the angles like old Stan. I didn't really anticipate a situation like this one coming up.
Any tips on how to steal a ship from someone else?
One word, son. Mutiny. Get yourself on board a worthy vessel, gain the confidence of the crew, wait for the right moment, and strike. If you don't get killed, look me up afterwards. I'll give you a good price for anything that can stay above the waterline. Naturally, it'll have to be store credit until I get back on my feet.
Okay, well, thanks, I guess.
Anything I can do to help you, let me know. As long as it doesn't involve selling you a ship.
What did you do that got you arrested?
Let me tell you something, son. It's not what a man does that matters, it's who he is. Maybe one day, in a moment of weakness, he crosses a line. But if he's confident about what's in his heart, he can hold his head high. And you know what's in my heart, son?
Blood and goopy stuff?
People! People are in my heart. Anything I may have allegedly done, you can be sure I did it because I care about people.
What exactly did you allegedly do for people that got you arrested?
I gave them what they wanted. Now, naturally, people don't always know that they want the things they want. Sometimes it takes a man with a talent like mine to show them the way. And sometimes people who are jealous of that sort of talent will try to put all sorts of unpleasant labels on it. They use hurtful words like scam and misrepresentation and even fraud. But it's all just marketing, son. As natural as the rocks and the trees and the Malay Island flounder birds. And that's why I'm not worried. I'm awaiting final judgment of the court, but I'm certain I'll be acquitted. They don't hang people for marketing.
Didn't you used to have a law practice or something?
Used to, but I was disbarred for what we former law practitioners call moral turpitude.
Is that a real word?
More or less. It's one of those handy catch-all words that you can use whatever you want because it doesn't mean anything specific.
Would it help if I broke you out of jail?
Now that's a kind offer, it truly is. Warms me to think that you'd do that for your old pal Stan. But I've got to think about the optics. I don't want to damage my case, and escaping from jail doesn't look good at trial. So thanks, but no thanks.
Well, is there anything else I can do for you?
Now that you mention it, there is one thing I've been missing during my time here in this lofty establishment. In all the rush and fuss and document shredding surrounding my arrest, I completely forgot to grab my toothbrush. If you happen to be passing by the shipyard, you might grab it for me. It'll be on my desk in the office.
Sure thing. I'm going after the secret of Monkey Island.
The secret? Boy, that takes me back. But if you're looking for help, you're barking up the wrong enchilada. Just remember, life has no guarantees or warranties. Only jamborees.
Thanks. That's advice. See you later.
Yep.
Alright, let's take a look at the lock over here as well.
Any writing that was once here has been rubbed away.
Okay, so definitely no chance of breaking Stan out.
You look like you're having a good time. That's nice.
I don't remember this place being so leaky.
They finally installed running water.
Alright, let's pick this up. There's a trivia card. What word is the curator asking for when solving the crossword puzzle? So we'll probably have to find it later on. And the locksmith is just here, so let's play the locksmith a visit.
Welcome to my shop.
Hello.
This is definitely a new character. We haven't seen the locksmith ever before in any of the previous games.
At the end of the plank.
My mother's. Please don't touch it.
Let's look at everything first.
I see a peninsula trailing off into small islands, but no X marks the spot.
It's southern Florida. I have family there.
What's this lock?
That's for hats.
Are these for customers?
Hands off. Those are my last crackers.
Handsome looking parrot.
And also vicious. But it was my mother's favorite.
What's this key?
That's for a lockable quiver.
These are nice.
It's a locksmithing test.
Close it all up, and if you get the key out, you pass?
That's the beginner level, yes. The real challenge is to lock the larger box inside the smaller one.
It really makes me wonder how you can actually do that.
That's an impressive machine.
Yep. This wouldn't be much of a lock shop without a key grinder.
Is that from a famous locksmith band or something?
My mother's band, the Golden Keys. They were named after some actual golden keys that she spent a bunch of time looking for.
I see everyone in that portrait has lovely locks.
If you have to make a pun, at least make a good one.
Alright, I think that's all that we're able to click on in this place. Okay, let's finally talk to the locksmith.
I'm Guybrush Threepwood.
Pleased to meet you. I'm Locksmith.
You're kidding, right?
Nope. And before you ask, yes they did, yes it was, and they really, really wanted me to follow in the family business.
Can you really make keys for stuff? That seems like a magic trick.
Modern locks have serial numbers that tell me all I need to know. No tricks necessary. Just information.
Who's the old lady in the window across the way?
You mean Whitey Bones. She used to be the undertaker here years ago. Seems to know a lot of things that maybe don't quite fit together.
It seems wrong that you can make a key from just the serial number.
It's a failsafe, in case people lose their key. You know how people are.
Aren't locks way less secure if all you need is a number to get a new key?
That's why you should never share the serial number with anyone.
What happens if you lose your key and the serial number at the same time?
The numbers are usually engraved on the locks, just in case. And if you lose the lock, chances are you don't need a new key.
Well, what's to stop me reading the serial number on someone else's lock and having a key made?
The numbers are printed small enough that you need a special tool to read them. Only a pro would have a tool like that.
Can I borrow your lock serial number reading tool?
My magnifier? Not a chance. I could be drummed out of the union for that. If you want to play Locksmith, you'll have to look elsewhere.
How well do you know Whitey Bones?
Not well at all. But she's been living near my shop for quite a few years. She was across from my old location, too.
But she moved when you moved?
I'm sure it's just a coincidence.
I'm almost sure it's not.
I'm on a quest to find the secret of Monkey Island.
Exciting. The story in my family is that the secret is sort of like a key. One that opens all locks at once.
If it is a key, could you duplicate it?
I'm not sure you're supposed to take it literally.
How would you like to join a pirate crew?
Would I have to leave my shop?
Well, yes, that's the general idea. The crew actually get on the ship and, crew it.
Thanks. I'll pass. Try down at the docks. There's always somebody hiring somebody down there.
I think I'll browse around a bit.
Try not to touch anything. I've got a system, and I don't like it disrupted.
Alright, now that we're pretty much got some of the information that we want, for example... Okay, let's take
Looks
a look.
sort of like an eye. I think it's a chandelier.
Let's head this way. And this is gonna be the governor's mansion. Let's actually take the back way into the island's interior. And over here we see the entire map of Melee Island. Currently we're at the governor's mansion and this is the lookout point. Let's take a look at the shipyard. Let's see if we can get Stan's toothbrush from the shipyard.
Wow, it's worse than I imagined. The assets of this establishment have been seized to settle a class action lawsuit. Have a nice day.
Guess that we have to try to find where the assets are so that we can actually get Stan's toothbrush back.
Looks like the only available ship on the island right now is LeChuck's. Stan used this to clean his ships. It's all rusted out now. It's a dried up old sea sponge.
Let's pick it up.
Looks like the only available ship on the island right now is LeChuck's.
Let's take a look at the moon.
It always looks bigger on this side of the island.
Okay. Alright, since we can't pick up any toothbrushes, let's head back. And this time we are going to head over to the docks where LeChuck's ship is. I'm just glad that we can bypass the lookout, because it's quite a walk away. Alright, here we are. And like I said, this is, what we want to do right now is to get as much information as possible, and those are actually hints in by themselves. Let's take a look at the job openings on offer.
Expedition to fabled Monkey Island. Crew positions available. Serve under LeChuck, the most fearsome pirate on the 8 seas. Equal opportunity employer. Inquire here.
Okay.
Looking for a job? Step this way.
The clipboard in your hand says you're the quartermaster.
The crew says I'm the quartermaster. Clipboard doesn't get a vote. You look like a guy without many options. You want a job? Short of swabby. LeChuck's an equal opportunity employer. Even humans are mostly tolerated.
Looks like we are going to have to try and get aboard LeChuck's ship since there's no other options at the moment.
Have you got anything more senior?
Well, I need a second mate, a bosun, a ship surgeon, and a gunner. Do you think you're qualified for any of those?
I could be second mate.
Do you honestly have any idea what a second mate does?
Goes to store openings and funerals and waits for the first mate to be incapacitated?
I thought so.
I'd make a great bosun.
Exactly what qualifications have you got for that?
I can hold my breath for 10 minutes. Okay, maybe 8.
Don't waste my time, okay?
How about ship surgeon?
I assume you have some kind of medical degree?
Is that a definite requirement?
Sorry.
I could be the gunner. Oh, I'd be great at that. Boom, boom.
You look a little scrawny. What do you bench?
Bench? No problem. I sat on one for 12 hours once. I can take it.
I have a lot to do today.
It looks like we do have to become a swabby after all.
Maybe swabby's not so bad after all.
The only requirement is that you bring your own mop. If you've got a mop, the job is... Hey, wait a minute. What's your name, sailor?
Uh-oh, we're in trouble. We've got Guybrush Threepwood Smith, John's Andrew LeChuck nephew, Andrew LeChuck no relation. Let's go with no relation.
Andrew LeChuck. No relation.
What a coincidence. LeChuck gave me a blacklist and you're on it. In fact, you are the blacklist. I'm sorry, can't hire you. You're obviously Guybrush Threepwood.
Well, that's a slight hitch.
I'm confused. Didn't you say you were gonna get your own ship?
Yes, but then suddenly I thought, why bother? I wanted a ship and a crew. Here was a ship and a crew. Ripe for the taking. All I had to do was get on board, wait for the right moment, and strike.
Strike?
Mutiny the crew, seize the ship. Be a pirate.
Except they wouldn't hire you because they knew who you were.
Yeah, that was a problem. Also, I needed a mop.
Alright, let's take a look at the to-do list. So we're gonna have to solve two problems. We're gonna have to solve the problem of the quartermaster as she recognizes me and won't hire me, and get a mop, and also seize LeChuck's ship at the earliest opportunity. Alright, let's take a walk. Oh, is that grog?
I hope this isn't one of those party cruises.
Supplies? Let's take a
Say
look.
what you want about my evil, horrible nemesis LeChuck, but he does know how to stock a ship.
That is true.
Looks like this is going to be a long journey.
Oh, let's pick up the trivia card. Wonder what this one says.
It's good for relieving stress.
Let's squeeze the sponge. Let's open the trivia book. Now this one says how many prisoners are in the ice quarry. I actually don't know. Okay, and let's go this way.
Hey!
Threepwood, I shouldn't even be talking to you.
Can I be on your ship if I change my name?
Only if you also change your face. Sorry.
Okay, that's... Obviously we still need to change our face, but let's head back to the dock.
Why was Wally in such a hurry? He wouldn't sell us out to Madison, would he?
I believe he needed to relieve the pressure upon him in a different way.
Seems that everybody is back from the luncheon. Now let's head over to Low Street and try to meet up with Wally now that he's back.
Hey, Wally!
Well, 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 look what the surf washed ashore. It's Guybrush Threepwood.
Nice to see you again too, Wally. Whatever your last name is.
I spent years in therapy getting over being burned, blinded, blown up, abandoned, and marooned because of you.
Yeah, good times, huh?
You're lucky I'm past all that and am running the best map shop within the Caribbean and beyond.
Okay, let's go look for a map.
I'm looking for a mop.
This is maps and more, not mops and more.
Well, I was hoping the and more might include mops.
Well, it doesn't. Try asking the cook over at the bar where he got his.
Well, that's one solution that we can have.
You wouldn't happen to have a map to the secret of Monkey Island?
Funny you should ask. I recently made one on commission, but then they destroyed all my source material. It is the only one in existence. Best of luck to you.
You have a lot of maps in here.
We've got so many, you need a map to find them all. Haha, a little cartographer humor.
Yeah, I'd forgotten how funny it was. Looks like the shop across the way is in trouble.
The high-stakes, ego-driven world of pirating is changing, and dark magic is taking over. Voodoo magic is fun and all, but it's not what the new generation wants. Me? I'm on the bleeding edge and making a bundle. I'm about to franchise.
The town seems to be pretty run down.
Since Captain Madison made Melee her base of operations, people have been complaining. They say she brings a bad element to town, but that bad element spends a lot of money on maps. So, what am I supposed to do?
Do what's right?
I am. I'm doing what's right for Wally.
It's great to see you landed on your feet after all these years.
Business has been booming with all these new dark magic pirates. Captain Madison has me on a lucrative retainer. She pays extra for a bunch of wacky symbols I just make up.
I'll let you get back to cartographing.
That's not a real word.
Uh-huh.
Alright, so we've got a little bit more information from Wally.
Ooh, those look fancy.
The finest tools to make the finest maps.
And also some background information about Captain Madison and how she actually uses the money. So you can see that Wally is pretty well off at this point.
I didn't know you made globes too.
I don't. This is for reference. It's got all the latest continents.
Let's see what else we can click on.
This map shows both sides of the globe.
It's twice the value.
Wally, can I have one of these maps?
Absolutely. If you pay for it.
Never mind.
Oh dear. Ooh, a monocle.
They're like glasses, only way less convenient.
In Monkey Island 2, we actually stole a monocle from Wally. So let's see if we can sneak it this time again.
Look behind you, a three-headed monkey.
Oh, please take one. I use them to promote my business. See, it says maps and more on the edge.
Thanks. It's a map on a fan. What'll they think of next? Hey, Wally, what's with the window ladder?
I use it to keep an eye on the neighbors.
Well, it's good to have a hobby. It's maps wrapped in maps. I didn't know you could do that. This must be Trouser Island.
Actually, Mr. Threepwood, it's...
Yep, Trouser Island. The first rule of piracy is never buy a used treasure map. Good old mazes. Can't get enough mazes. I try to steer clear of sea monsters myself. Never seen one of those before. It looks expensive. And shiny. I like shiny. Somewhat understated and somewhat overpriced. Hey, Wally, what's in these boxes?
Maps.
It's like the most obvious reply. Let's take a look at the other maps and see what Guybrush has to say about them.
Looks chilly up there. It's a long, small map of somewhere far, far away. I had a map like this once, but I sailed left.
Alright, now that we actually have a monocle, let's take a look.
It makes things look bigger.
Alright, so now that we have a monocle, there is one thing left to do.
LeChuck, sir. Just thought I'd pop in and let you know. Preparations to set sail are almost done.
You have all the supplies for the spell to get to Monkey Island?
Check. Squid ink, chickens, brimstone, cinnamon, monkey blood, mint, and an annoying skull.
Well done! Mark yourself down for one less lashing this voyage.
Funny story. Guybrush Threepwood tried to sign on to the crew.
Threepwood? He must be looking for the secret, too. That guy steals all my best ideas. Have him killed! Wait! Let him live. I want him to see me sail off for Monkey Island knowing the secret is lost to him forever.
Sure. I want to bring this up one more time. Is searching for this mythical secret of Monkey Island a good idea? Shouldn't we be out terrorizing the high seas, instilling fear, creating mayhem, being more on brand for LeChuck?
I've had enough of you questioning my orders. Finish loading the ship, and whatever you do, don't let Threepwood on board.
Very well.
Okay, now that we've seen that little cutscene, let's visit the jail with our monocle.
Hey, Guybrush!
Hey, kid!
Let's actually use this.
They say the only real
magnify
prison is the one in...
I can read the serial number. I'll write it down so I don't forget.
Okay, let's take a look.
This is the number for the jail cell lock.
And let's head over to the Locksmiths and get Otis out of jail.
Hi there.
Hello. Can you make me a key from this serial number?
Sure. Good choice on the lock. These are really sturdy. It's the same kind they use over at the jail.
Ooh, wow. What a coincidence. I had no idea.
Now we do. Let's leave the shop. And let's free Otis.
Hey, Guybrush!
Hey, kid!
Alright.
This is awesome. Now I can open one of the jail cells.
You do it! I am shaking from excitement! And from too much gruel and not enough grog.
Okay, let's... You unlock...
Otis, the authorities have reconsidered your case and decided that you should go free.
I'm very grateful to the authorities and will not mention their name should any awkward questions be asked. Good luck, Stan! I hope you get acquitted.
Oh, it's in the bag, friend, but thanks.
I'll stay on this side of the bars, just in case.
Alright, so I hope you enjoyed the first impression of Return to Monkey Island. So far, the game has been very, very beautifully made with all the updated graphics that, yeah, it keeps a little bit of nostalgia with the color tone, but also making it refreshed. And I hope to be playing this game a little bit later by myself without the need of doing a let's play. But anyway, like I said, do let me know in the comments below if you're planning on getting this game and what you think about it. Also, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.